Yes, yasu, and welcome, amigos of Pafos FC. I am Amigo Darren, your host, and we are going to be talking about last night's Champions League game between the Giants, Chelsea, and the David of Pafos FC in the Champions League. It truly was a David meets Goliath game, without a shadow of a doubt. Well, let's have a look. I mean, it all started off not too bad, actually. I mean, we were missing David Luiz. We were missing Goldar at the back. Two very important players for us. However, what can I say? Let's put it this way. Moses Caicedo saves face for wasteful Chelsea against battling Pafos. That was the headline in one of the English newspapers this morning. And I'll read you a little bit from it. There was a brief ripple of applause at full time, and that said it all. It was a deeply unconvincing display from Chelsea FC, who took 78 agonising minutes to find a way past the might of the champions of Cyprus, Pafos FC. And it was not a surprise that Stamford Bridge greeted victory with such a muted response. So I think we can safely say that Pafos did not embarrass themselves one bit. The mood was one of relief around the ground. There was plenty of angst on a night when the home fans continued their protests against Chelsea's owners. The football was too slow, it was too predictable, and it hardly seemed to register that Moses Caicedo, shattering Pafos FC's defiance and ensured that Liam Rossina's side will have a chance to secure direct qualification into Champions League's last 16 when they visit Napoli in their final game next week. It had threatened to end the Chelsea manager overseeing one of the most embarrassing results in Chelsea's European history. I tell you what, boys and girls, that was unlucky. We conceded a goal in the 78th minute. All right, it wasn't pretty stuff, but we were doing well up until that point. And even saying that, we hit the post in the first half. If that had gone in, oh my goodness, the fans would have been on their backs without a shadow of a doubt. Chelsea came out in their usual 4-2-3-1 system. Pafos, I mean, fair play to our manager. He had to improvise, adapt to overcome. And he put us out in three at the back with Derek Lucasen, Ivan Sunic, and Kostas Pleias at the three at the back. And then we had, I think it was like two central defensive midfielders in the shape of Ken Sema and Pepe. And then we had up front, obviously, Anderson at kickoff, but with Dragomir, our captain, obviously, Bruno and Orsic, I think it was. Oh, no, sorry, Jar Jar, Orsic, and Anderson Silva were playing up in the attacking bit. And the midfield consisted mainly of Dragomir, Bruno, and then on the wide, Pepe and Sema. So I suppose it was more like a flexible 3-5. Well, it couldn't be a 3-5-2. We didn't have another striker on, but it was like a 3-2-3-1 with the wingers, Sema and the other lad, Pepe, bombing up and down on the wings, which we didn't do too bad. I mean, it was always going to be hands to the pumps and everything, backs to the wall, whatever you want to call it. And it was tough. It was a tough watch. It was nail biting, but I'm glad that we didn't capitulate when Chelsea did score. Pafos did us proud, without a shadow of a doubt. And it was just a shame that if we'd have gone there, man, and pulled out either a 1-1 or a 0-0. Oh my days, that would have. I mean, it would have been unheard of. It would have been unheard of. Anyway, let's have a look. Who would you think was man of the match? There were a few contenders for us to think about. Obviously, Chelsea's has got to be the lad that scored the goal, isn't it? So that's out the window. That's done. For Pafos, though, I mean, we had a few options. Jar Jar played well, all things considered. Jay Gorter in goal. He played fantastically. Some great saves from him. Lucasen, oh, man, his defending. It stopped some crucial shots in the first and the second half. And also, Dragomir played well, I thought, as well. Although he was kept nullified in attack because there was just pressure. He was back there helping out, which is the main thing. So, without further ado, let's have a think about our man of the match. Pafos man of the match. Drumroll maestro, please. Jay Gorter. Well done, Jay Gorter, man of the match. The boy did good, played brilliant, and pulled off some miraculous saves to keep us in that game. Couldn't do anything about the goal, point blank header. And to point it on, it wasn't even an assist on Chelsea's behalf because it was flicked on by our lad. I think it was Keenar that flicked it on, or maybe Di Matta. I wasn't sure, actually. Might have been the latter, thinking about it. Latter, Di Matta. But here we go. Crucial stuff. But well done, Jay Gorter. Congratulations on man of the match for Pafos, as voted by me. So there we go. But been doing a bit of digging about comments after the game and stuff like that. And Chelsea supporters, a few comments that came noted. Many fans were relieved rather than elated by the win. Yeah, because they didn't want to be embarrassed. As I said, there's two things in life that's certain. That's taxes, and we're all going to die. Chelsea's had the third one, and that was the shame. And for 78 minutes, it was looking rosy that they were going to have to endure months, years of shame. Another fan said, a win is a win, not the prettiest performance, but 3 points matter. That's one way of looking at it, I suppose. Another Chelsea fan said, the ref decisions were frustrating. Disallowed goal and soft calls, but we got the result. Now, it goes both ways, my friend, because we had some soft free kicks and yellow cards given against us. So I suppose in a way, the ref was consistent. We'll leave it at that. Some even praised Pafos's keeper as the real standout because he saved several chances. Yeah. And that's why Jay Gorter got my man of the match, without a shadow of a doubt. Another thread joked about the atmosphere, saying that we broke down a bus, 1-1-0, and they sit 8th so far in Champions League. Some commentators pointed out Chelsea's high passing accuracy, over 94%. But remember that a lot of it was too much sideways play rather than cutting edge stuff. So it went back from wing to wing, backwards and forwards. So I think we could work on 94% between 11 of us doing that. Maybe. Others highlighted how stubborn Pafos were. Yeah, bit of grit. Well done, boys. And that had a well-organised low block and disciplined defence that tested the Blues' patience. Yeah, it did. You could almost hear the fans starting to turn 10 minutes before that goal went in. All right, what does this result mean then for both teams? Well, Chelsea stay in contention for an automatic top 16 spot. They're currently 8th on goal difference in that group. For Pafos, the defeat leaves them in a tough spot, really. We're outside qualification positions, but we still have chances in our final game in the Champions League against Slavia Prague. And I don't know whether you said it, but we all said it, that when that draw was made and we saw the sequence of games, we all looked at each other and said, this is all going to boil down to the last match. Pafos never do things easy, and they always like putting the fans through it. So we're here for the ride, and we're here to make the most of it and enjoy it. That said and done. Let's have a think. I think we've got Sunday is our next game, I do believe. Yes, Sunday is our game. You can follow us on X, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Sunday, the 25th of January, 7 p.m. kickoff. It is at home. We're at home, so that should be good fun. We'll get down there and support our team, and let's crack on. Anyway, this is Amigo Darren signing off. Thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Also put a comment on if you've got a difference of opinion on man of the match or you agree. Stick it on there so I can see. And we'll see you on either late Sunday night or Monday after I've been to work. Okay? So be good. Stay true to blue. And remember, Pafos FC, it's not just a team. It's a way of life. Pafos!